let's move on to the next presenter, and then we'll have the discussion in the end. Dr. Amar Mukund.
So I'll be talking about vascular plug for various vascular pathologies. And in fact, it is not a peripheral vascular related talk. So I'll be an odd man out. But still, since I have been allotted this talk, so I'll be going briefly through it. And I'll try to finish as quickly as possible. But before moving the ball rolling, I'll just like to put certain point of views which we need to know before going ahead. So spontaneous portosystemic shunts are known to happen in patients of liver diseases, and their number and size increases and causes more deterioration of the liver function. And hepatic encephalopathy is more frequent in patients with spontaneous portosystemic shunts, and it is independent of the liver function. And patients with good liver function and SPSS develop more complications. So this is the background with which I'll be moving ahead for this presentation. So current treatment option for portosystemic shunt with or without varices is medical management and endoscopic or glue injection. However, there are certain scenarios where these things do fail, and interventional treatments like BRTO, PARTO, or shunt occlusion comes into play. So I'll be talking quickly about these two things, and just few lines about BRTO or PARTO. It is a technique in which outflow of gastro or linorenal shunt is occluded and the varix is obliterated using a sclerosing agent. So we try to get into the systemic circulation and cannulate the shunt to occlude the portosystemic communication, and it is mostly done for gastric variceal bleed and hepatic encephalopathy. So these are the two major indications for which we do. So one of the case here, we can see a large gastric varix protruding into the gastric lumen, and this is the shunt. This is how it forms. And we went through the femoral vein into the renal vein, cannulated, and you can see we are inside it and our sheath is inside it. And after placing a sheath, we place a plug, vascular plug, and we see how the contrast is going. So now we know that despite placing a plug, the contrast is moving through the plug. So it just acts like a sieve. It is not closing the shunt. So what do? We actually coaxially place a small catheter, microcatheter beyond it, and put gel foam into it. So this will close the pores of this vascular plug, and gradually what we can do is we can start injecting the sclerosing agent, and this is how the sclerosing agent will fill this varices. And this picture you'll get such kind of picture, and this is what the sclerosing agent looks like. So this is mixed with lipidol, and this is how it looks like. And this is a 6 months follow-up CT scan where you see there is a complete obliteration of these varices. So this is a very rewarding procedure where you get rid of the varices, you get rid of these kind of shunts, which is causing mixing of the blood, and the patient is treated of both the things like gastric variceal bleed as well as the hepatic encephalopathy, which is due to mixing of the portosystemic communication. Similarly, you may have large paraumbilical vein, which again can be occluded using vascular plug. And here is the case, again, a case of portal hypertension, a large paraumbilical vein. You can see it is communicating from the left branch of portal vein. So this is how it is. So the all embryological channel opens up in patients of cirrhosis. And we normally puncture the paraumbilical vein directly into the abdominal wall, get into the portal vein. We map the complete system, and thereafter we place a plug. And here the plug is being deployed. And after deploying, again, a small microcatheter is kept beyond it. And we can see, again, it is not closed. So the plug, actually placing a plug is not sufficient. And for that, we need to further put some glue. And again, here glue has been placed, and then it is closed. So this is a follow-up imaging after 3 months. This is what we get. So this is completely occluded, and the patient is free of hepatic encephalopathy. So in the previous case, it was gastric variceal bleed, but in this case, the patient presented with hepatic encephalopathy. We can, in fact, there are certain scenarios where we need to go through different routes. So it is not always possible for us to go through percutaneously or through systemic route. So transsplenic route may be taken. And here is a case where it was a very different kind of a shunt, a difficult anatomy where cannulation through systemic side was difficult. And even from hepatic side, because the portal vein is too thin, the portal vein is through, so transhepatic access was difficult. So we plan to get into it through a transsplenic access. And this is, we had a sheath placed in splenic vein through the splenic parenchyma. And this is the picture after placing the plug. So you can see even after plug, as I showed you earlier, these are very difficult to close shunts. And then again, here, gel foam slurry has been injected, and through the gel foam slurry, the flow has been slowed. And after that, this is the picture what we get. So it is totally occluded after that, and the shunt is closed. So these are the methods how we can actually close the venous side. Then moving to the arterial side. So another thing, splenic artery embolization for portal hypertension. Many times, some of the candidates who are having signs of portal complications of portal hypertension and which is not being managed medically, or they don't have the option of TIPS or other options with medical management, then splenic artery embolization, that is a proximal splenic artery embolization, may reduce the splenic vein flow and hence reduce the portal outflow, portal hypertension. And this is one of the case in which there was a refractory ascites, patient was not fit for TIPS. So proximal splenic artery embolization was planned, and here cannulation of splenic artery was done. And for placement of plug, a 5-6 French sheath has been placed into the splenic artery. The plug has been deployed, and it is a simple procedure. And after closure of the splenic vein, we can see splenic artery, we can see a nice flow going into the distal splenic artery through the collateral channel. However, the hepatic artery and gastric artery is filling normally. So this is also a very rewarding procedure where we can actually close the proximal part of the splenic artery and reduce the portal pressure, and hence help the patient getting rid of it. Another indication where you can use a vascular plug to its maximal use is portal vein embolization. So in case there is a large lesion and you have to do a major hepatectomy, then the future liver remnant should be big. But here we can see the left lobe of the liver is small, and here you want this to be hypertrophied. And for that hypertrophy, you need to actually divert all the portal flow onto the future side, future liver remnant, that is on the left lobe, and you close all the veins on the right side. So for this, a percutaneous access for the portal vein has been taken from the right side, and glue has been injected in some of the radicals, the portal vein branches. However, this is not sufficient because still there are many more branches which needs to be embolized. For such case, whenever we try to inject glue into it, there are chances of it going into non-target and to the future side, which is very difficult. And to control that, you need to place a plug and then completely embolize this particular segment. And this is what has been done in this particular case. Here, after embolizing this particular segment, we can see still there are many radicals on the right side, which is patent. So a plug is being put over here. And after that, after placing this plug, this is the glue which is being injected into it. And with this glue, this is completed. So the whole of the right portal vein branches have been embolized using glue and lipiodol. And this is the final picture what we get. So with this, I'll conclude my talk by take-home message that occlusion of large portosystemic shunt is possible using vascular plug, and it helps in managing gastric variceal bleed and hepatic encephalopathy. Patients with uncontrolled portal hypertension and splenic trauma may benefit from proximal splenic artery embolization, and vascular plugs may be used in portal vein embolization prior to major hepatectomy. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Dr. Amar, for the excellent talk.